Hey, so where the hell have I been? Well, I'm going to just quickly film a video whilst giving you a bit of a life update and put on my makeup. So I have recently, well, not so recently, it feels like forever, but recently started PGCE in secondary teaching. So I've been a little bit overwhelmed by it all. And that means then that I haven't been focusing on normal life. So today I have a little tiny spot because it's half term. My daughter's not with me. She's in holiday club. Thank goodness for holiday club because they are amazing. But she wants to go there because there's a certain person there that she wants to play with. So she is keen to leave me, which is a nice stage in a way. So I just put underneath my eyes a vitamin E nourishing eye cream just to moisten up my under eye. I'm just going to use the e.l.f. foundation, which is the oil crikey, I can't remember. The e.l.f. foundation. There's no real name on it, but I'm using the shade Light Ivory, and I'm not sure if it's the right shade or not. Oh no, first I'm going to use my e.l.f. primer, the Poreless Putty primer. Phew, remembered. So I have got some little tales to tell, some things. So when I started uni, the first week was all in, well, the first few, anyway, I've spent a lot of time in actual university again. And so I have had to get up extremely early and do my makeup. But often that means relying on artificial light. So I've had a few tests of some products that have sinned. And I won't be using them again. Sorry, the washing machine, sorry about that. It's real life, folks. Washing going on, would you believe? I do clean my clothes. Although for my hair, you wouldn't necessarily tell. It's thrown away. So I'm just using like a flat kabuki, which this was a brush I had from Tarte actually when I had bought their nice foundation. I think it's almost like the formula that was repackaged-esque into the hydrating foundation they then brought out maybe earlier this year or late last year. I can't remember now. Time just run. I think it's this year. This foundation is nice. This has not sinned. I will do a video, I think, about the products that have sinned because they were absolutely horrendous. You know, the embarrassment when you've put your makeup on, you think, oh, I look all right leaving the house. Okay for a 6 o'clock start. So, well, 9 o'clock start in uni, but other things I've got to do. So, okay, we're looking okay. And then you go into the mirror and literally I had that feeling of, oh my God, like I can't go back out of this bathroom. Looked in the mirror, washing my hands. Oh, the fest of cakiness all over my face. And it was so bad. I thought, oh my gosh, like panicking, what do I do? Do I just wash my whole face now here? And realising people had already seen me like this as well. Up close. I'm using the Jeffree Star concealer in C6. Just for a slightly olivey undertone, which I believe I have. Although you may not believe it, but my mum is olivey. And my mum may be watching this because she has become... I've created a monster, actually, with makeup with my mum. She has become worse than me. She's watching all these videos for mature skin, telling me about these products. She's purchasing. I'm just going to use the mirror to look up here because I can't see in my phone. So I looked in the mirror in the bathroom to see a mess upon my face. It was like some real emulsion, congealed emulsion over my face, and there were patches that were so bad that I could have scraped off with my fingernail. Ugh. So that was with the Stila Serum Foundation. So that's going to go. If you want it, you're welcome. Just comment. I'll send it over. It may be completely different on your skin. Or maybe it was the combination of products I'd used that day. But, oh, horrendi. So that was embarrassing. So I will do a video on what let me down and what hasn't let me down. Safe to say, or needless to say, maybe the e.l.f. foundation's been very good. I'm just going to use a little travel size. This is great actually with Too Faced. With, oh, what's the brand? Too Faced. Too Faced products. Just getting in to try little things with a see, the finish is nice on my skin. With travel size, and actually it's quite enough for these types of products. It's enough, and at £10 compared to 20 something pounds, and it is enough. So it's the Born This Way setting powder by Too Faced. And since I've seen you, I have had to do wedding makeup for my sister, which was also incredibly stressful, because if there's a day you don't want your makeup to turn like congealed emulsion on your face, it's then. So I'd had a little play around. I knew what products I kind of liked and didn't like, but what I discovered from doing these things is that when I'm applying these setting powders or products on top, I've been tending to, you know, you would do this. What I found is much better is to stamp in the product. Now I tend to use a primer, then a foundation, then a concealer, or a concealer, then a foundation, whatever your preference, and then a setting powder on top. The setting powder sometimes has colour, and I'll use for that the Body Shop foundation powder just to add a little bit more coverage. Or just a clear one, which this Too Faced is kind of clear. It doesn't, you know, have any colour really. And tap that in, and as you can see, it just doesn't look too powdery. You may be looking and going, shit sister, it looks powdery. Well, to me it doesn't, and anyone that really looks at my face all that much. So I'm going to use the, again, another travel size, a Too Faced bronzer in Chocolate Soleil. And it smells like chocolate. It's lovely. The shadow is terrible on this side. It's a dark day, so I do apologise. This is a bit of a whim video. Remember, keep me thinking, oh, I need to film a video. I need to film. Because I've just gone crazy, like all ham, like filming every single, you know, just loads, ready to upload like twice a week, and then just nothing. And that kind of sums me up. And it's who I don't want to be. I don't want to be that person. I'm trying to move away as I'm getting older from being the person that starts but doesn't always finish. So just putting that bronzer lower than my cheekbone, but not too low as to, so there's a bit of a gap. And actually I'm quite liberal with it. I will now work it in the face. And again, the stamping motion here has been more beneficial, because what I was when I was doing my sister's makeup, as I was doing it, she won't know this, but she may now, because if she watches, but she should, because she's my sister, so she should, is that it started to cake up a bit, like that, like I'd have to do a terrible makeup so you can see what I mean. Oh, I got something in my eye, and it was really stressful because it's her wedding day. She needs to look sort of flawless. And it was starting to sort of, stick, as if there was like a sticky Pritt stick on her face, and then the powder was then sticking to that, if that makes more sense. So that's what was happening, and I thought, oh, you know, F, this is not good. I cannot have this happen on my sister's wedding day, especially, you know, time to read. Oh yeah, because I've you know, messed her makeup up before, and I've been able to say, oh dear, you know, oh dear, or go and just wash your face, we'll start again. I'm just using a blusher by Kiko, which is the Metal Fusion blush. Now this is sort of like a highlighty blush. You can sort of see here, no, because there's no light. You can see there, it's sort of a sheeny finish as well. So I just put that. You know, when I do my chores, they feel like, oh, you've put a lot of makeup on. I know. Actually, I'm just going to go back into the bronzer, and I use the same brush for this because I'm really lazy. I'll just wipe off any excess there. I'm just going to put a bit of bronzer under here. So that's what happened, and that's where I learnt my trick, my new trick, which is probably what people have known for a long time, of stamping product on top of the layers rather than the whole rubbing like this. So this is okay because there's something underneath, but I don't know if you can see, it's not really congealing there, so that's good. Right, now I'm going to quickly do my brows. It's a quick video for you today, just a little snippet. And here I'll need a mirror. So tips. So that's my tip, is when you're adding product on, so you do your base layer, you're doing some sort of finishing powder, whatever, then as you're doing it, sort of do it in a stamping motion with the brush. Big fluffy brush, stamp, 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 stamp. If then you get sort of a finish that is a bit powdery, which you know, you wouldn't get just from doing that technique, but I've been finding that a setting spray over the top helps. Also, it has caused problems. That is also an offender, and I don't know which one is the offender, or if it's the products that were underneath, or if it's the other stages. Oh, but I would be spraying something over my face to, you know, I don't know what I'm trying to say now, spraying something over my face to help it to embed the powder into my face, if that makes sense, and stop it look so such a powdery finish. Oh, but I'm sure that was causing some of the issues, because then again, like maybe I had like 3 or 4 days of trying products in uni. What a silly thing to do, to try all these new products when you've got, you know, you need to be somewhere new. And oh yeah, I know, let's just try the products I've never used before, let's just put them on my face now and let's see what happens, because it was horrendous. So needless to say, again, I think I've said that like 8 times, I've been trying to find a tried and true, and Elf has come out in my tried and true. Also come out in my tried and true is oh my Smashbox concealer, delicious. What else? Quite a few things, I'll think. And then I'm going to also make the video about what's let me down as well, because I feel like it's only fair. Now this has been actually really good. It's CYO Volume Mascara, the thick of it. Let me just, and it's in the blue. So this has been helpful to me. Just put some of this on my eyes. Now again, with mascara for a tip, if someone was wanting a tip, I'd start at the base and wiggle up. Start at the base and wiggle, 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 wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle, just to get the colour on, and then you can do a few extra strokes of just non-wiggling. And let's see if I do that on the other foot, on my other eye. Imagine if it was a foot. I don't know if we just become used to the human figure, but if we had a foot where the eye was, it would be terribly scary. It wouldn't just be like a little, oh, like, oh, it's okay, it's just a foot. It'd be like, you know. So a wiggle, 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 wiggle. So if my mum is watching, hello mum, please do not buy any products mentioned in this video, because you can just use mine. You don't need to buy any more. But I love you, and I love how much you love watching my videos now. But she accidentally stumbled across one of my videos again the other day, and she watched it. How cute. But she did give me some critique again, so yeah, thanks for that, mum. And then I just put in a little bit on the lower lashes. Not so much, because I tend to have oiliness, and then it can transfer onto underneath. The tips for the transfer of the mascara would be set your under eye. Put some powder underneath your under eye. Use a mascara that you know works, or set with the NYX overcoat, which I'm not doing today, because this has been quite good on its own. It's just one less step for me when I'm rushing in the Bore in the mornings, for those who are not Welsh speakers. But anybody who's done a PGCE before in Wales will know we are advised to bring incidental Welsh, or more than incidental Welsh, as much Welsh into the classroom as possible. So there we go. So now a bit of colour on my lips. This is the NYX Lip Luster in Mulberry. No, it's a code with an M. I'm just putting a tiny bit in the middle because I want a natural look, and I'm just blending it out then. And that's it. There's my look. And you can see I have had some of my eye tags removed. Fantastic. And I forgot to film because I was too scared. But Jo at Head to Toe Beauty did these, and she is fantastic. And she also did my nails. So thank you very much for the quick update. No, thank you for listening to the quick update. I'll see you soon. Bye bye.